gamers! I am Gemini166. It is time! Beep for DDO as she is played. Yesterday on my personal channel I checked out a little bit of the new quests, vastly over-leveled, so I do not really plan to do that today. So I've joined an LFM for Lords of Dust chain on Epic Elite. I don't think I've run them on Epic yet, so should be a good experience for me. Probably enough to level me up. Greetings, Amaraf! I was just in the crafting hall earlier because I realized that with the new crafting system all of my elemental essences are worthless. And so I was trading them out. I was like, well, dang. That's a lot of essences to transmute. But I'm apparently level 167 in the new system. I am unsure how high that is. I forget what the new max is, but I imagine it's something like 3 times the old individual. No, wait, it was even more than that. Because if all of your experience were combined at max level, you'd still only be about halfway in the new system, I think is what I heard. So, I am a long ways away from being a good crafter. Let's see, I think the minimum level shards were 10 times their minimum level, so I could only make about ML16 items right now, it looks like. Not the best. Greetings, Vorpal Snack! When you suggested the Lords of Dust, I thought you might mean this LFM. I was like, I hope he doesn't mean that one, because this person seems to have kept the default level for Lords for their level, but I'm not included in it. It's time to see how effective I am in. This particular Epic Elite quest is only about as hard as some others are on Epic Hard. But it'll still be good to see how well I do in a Epic Elite quest. Greetings, Gilrandus! This guy's a moncture. He DC'd. Oh, that's not a collectible, it's a breakable. It is not on my screen. I am Gemini166. I'll type it in the chat. I should have it on my screen actually for for at least my days. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong. I'm gonna go black for just a second. There we go. I didn't go black, but I forgot that I have a separate scene in OBS for DDO stream, which includes things like the DDO streams follow and host notifications. So, figured that would be a nice thing to have up. Apocalypse Now can probably also get the shrine, since he's got bard levels, and bards do in fact get religious lore.
Oni-chan?
Thank you for the follow, Gil Randis. When I'm not actively fighting, I'll try to remember to put some text in the corner that says my personal channel. Because even though I do introduce myself at the beginning of the stream, there's no real way for somebody approaching in the middle of the stream to know who I am. I'll tweak it later. Where is it? Not the best, but it'll work for now.
The novice who accompanied Noman lies on the ground.
Oh, I have Unbridled Fury right now. I do not need another golden guile.
As the path leads down, it begins to look more like a dark and sinister temple, and less like an empty warehouse.
Since I just used my Unbridled Fury, I'm gonna go ahead and rest. And that is why I use Barbarian Evasion, as I call it, my blood tribute. couple points of con for not
A dank
being
chill
significantly
pervades
injured in
the
a trap
world.
seems like a good
Clink
deal.
and creak of hardened steel echoes from the corridor ahead. A woman's voice wakes up from somewhere below. She speaks Noman's name, and the Inquisitor himself replies.
Oh, that looks like a new icon for the... No wait, it used to be Glowmoss clumps. Those are Glowmoss spores.
You will stay here and see that no one gets by. I will go below and assist our guest.
Yeah, these guys hit hard. Let's run them through the blade barriers. I'm using my adrenaline to keep him down because if I hit an enemy with adrenaline, they stay down for 10 whole seconds. And I can use adrenaline more often than once every 10 seconds. So I can keep him perpetually down. And when they're down, they're not casting spells at me. So... good to see that the new Canith essences are dropping. Go ahead and shrine. It's one of those why nots. I used a little bit of con for temp HP earlier. Pretty sure the AoE for this is a cone. Okay, I can still get hit by it if I'm right under it. But I've often run directly under it without taking the sonic damage.
They seem to be
Since
finishing
there's
some
gonna be some
magical
skeletons here,
ceremony.
even though they'll probably go down quickly.
Surprised
Gonna switch to my... Oh, I never did check if I had this stuff to epify this.
you at the start. This is nothing, my friend, a nuisance. The ritual is underway, and the silver flame is powerless to stop it. So pray, shall we continue? Now, give yourselves, my children. Give to the glory of our cause. Stand aside! Let my minions kill this filth!
No save, 10-second knockdown. Of course, I can't use the knockdown portion against Karis since he is a red name, but I've dotted him up so he might die before he's done with his speech. Yeah, I think I did shorten his little time there a little bit. Oh, I think I'm out of experience potion. I am, in fact, out of experience potion. I need to remember to drink a new one at the end of the next quest. Hide armor is back on the loot tables. Yes. That's a lot of love for druids right there. Because druids are proficient in medium armor, but if they wear steel armor, they break their druidic oath. I call it being uncentered as a druid. And so only a few pieces of named gear and low-level equipment from old chains would have non-steel medium armor.
You have entered the nether realm of Kyber. A magical barrier built by the silver flame glows on the path ahead. dusty remains lie in front of a sealed stone door on the far side of the room.
Grimgoff has rogue levels, but I think we've determined that he is not a skilled
Hot, stale air
trapper,
moves into the
etc.
chamber as the stone door slides open.
Oh, Apocalypse Now might be, though. Or not, because it seems that he's moved ahead.
The drow here are intently prying dragon shards from the cavern wall.
This looks like a good time to, yeah, run in and get all kinds of aggro. Yeesh, I probably took a couple horde wiltings there. I took a lot of damage. Zygomycota fungus?
This magic barrier is different. It is flanked by a pair of empty sockets.
I love when those big rolling doors don't have a lever, and so you just sort of open them by hand.
Curiously well-worn path. The passageway is eerily quiet.
I'm glad somebody can take care of the Hezrus well, because I'm learning how not strong I am right now. Ooh, somebody's buffing me. With buffs that I like. Since I've just been buffed, I think I'm going to not use this shrine right here. I'm no longer enraged. That would explain why I just got a lot less survivable.
Grows more oppressive as the path drops deeper into the heart of Kyber.
And before somebody loots a Fury of the Flame. Did nobody loot a Fury of the Flame? That would be really odd. I'm a bit sad about shrining since I'm gonna lose my Fury Eternal, I think. Oh no, I still got it. Awesome. Or my Unbridled Fury, that is. Very nice. If I can charge it all the way, I get to keep it. Just, if I don't get it all the way, I'll lose any stacks of Fury I have. That's good to know. I know just what I want to use that against. Spell resistance. Gotta love Dro and their spell resistance. What level is Apocalypse now? I feel like somebody's doing significantly more damage than I am. Which isn't odd, I just want to know who's doing the damage. I'm second place for kills though, behind Usuldur. So, I mean, that's gotta count for something. There he is. Dang, quest is almost over. Let's drink my potion. I'm actually surprised I remembered. I'll usually forget for several quests in a row before I eventually just give up and drink my potion early. See, like the Dark Storm Helm, oh my lord. I always hate the Darkstorm Helm because I'll run this quest a couple days in a row, and one of them this is back when I actually looted things, but I would loot the Darkstorm Helm, then I would run this quest again, and see another Darkstorm Helm. And I wouldn't be able to loot it because I would already have one in my inventory. Only got 1% double strike? What is wrong with me? $50,000 experience should not level me, I don't think, unless we get a ton of bonuses.
Belshazzar and a company of drow are arguing over a pile of dragon shards.
Ow! What hit me that hard? Wow. Go from full to empty real quick. That does not bode well for me later in this quest. I'll need to stick to this favored soul here. Just be right up in the same space as him at all times.
Some kind of spirit made up of pure flames. The spiders are devouring the flames, absorbing them into their bodies as they attack.
The downside to my build in this particular quest is that there aren't a lot of mobs. So I'm gonna be at a disadvantage. Because I'll typically be fighting one-on-one. Since Grantis has Dimension Door, and we can use this shrine again if necessary, I won't use it right now.
Consume the last of the flames, and you find yourself unable to move. The spinner of shadows has broken free.
I may be taking a penalty, but I do have a Sork and a fighter level, so I mean, the favored soul heals should at least heal me a little bit. That said though, legitimately I have 238 heal amp right now, so I should be an easy heal. Just toss me like a Cure Serious every now and then.
One of the Rakshasas growls.
We will report your glorious release to the world. Now let us leave this place. You must help us release the other demon overlords.
I will do no such thing. Now that I am free, I have no need for the other overlords. Or for you tedious lords of dust. Not when she awaits me. Now be gone!
A burst of blue flame suddenly erupts in front of the demon. The spinner of shadows screams and scuttles back into the darkness. You feel her grasp on you slip as the silver flame guardian speaks.
Hold, demon. You have not escaped yet. Some of the flame still burns here.
The Silver Flame Guardians speak.
They're not useless. They're offensive casters. They're like sorcerers. I mean, you wouldn't expect a sorcerer to heal the party, would you? I don't get why people think that favored souls are for healing.
You can light the wards again. She will be imprisoned once more. Quickly now. She returns.
I see your game now, Flame Spirit. You are too weak to battle me yourself, so you use these mortals as pawns. You must learn something of my ways from our time together.
Oh wait, I just remembered something that will help me in one-on-one battles.
The voice of the Silver
I can knock
Flame
things down.
is in your mind.
Many spiders have
Spinner's on the field already? Dang.
can feel the spinner's pain. Hurt her and drive them up.
Well, I have heard that the favored soul is getting a pass soon, so maybe at that point they'll get a healing spec enhancement tree. Please.
This is pointless, mortals. I will not be imprisoned again.
The chorus of children echoes the spinner's cries of pain. Spiders crawl out of their hiding places in response to the demon's call.
A sorcerer can heal Warforged, yes. But if you were a Warforged like barbarian and you were in a party with a sorcerer, would you expect him to heal you? Like if he didn't heal you, would you be like, I can't believe the sorcerer isn't healing me?
Once more, the demon's voice echoes from the shadows above.
Demons of Kyber, hear my call. Protect my children.
I'm gonna be in trouble if I aggro these. I would knock down the spider with my adrenaline attack instead of the Hezru. Yep, there I am, dead. I will admit that my favorite soul life was melee spec, kind of. But even me, spec'd into melee, I later learned how good offensive casting was and started casting more.
A feeling of dread overwhelms you, as if darkness has entered your very soul. The spinner of shadows has returned to the battle.
Ah, yeesh. That's what I get for separating from the favorite soul. I said I was gonna stick to him, and then I'm like, oh, spiders!
Cries the spinner of shadows.
I am free, and I call to you. Come for me!
I don't like this wizard that just joined. He's only got 300 HP. He's gotta be in epic levels. I say this sometimes on stream. Con is not a dump stat. I don't care what class you're playing. Do not dump con. Unless you are like a master of avoiding damage.
The spinner of shadows decides to change tactics.
Arise, my spiders! Destroy the Guardian! Without it, the mortals are lost.
I like the knockdown effect on my adrenaline overload. Very nice. No! I got all the aggro. Maybe they're tuning up the War Priest tree because it's admittedly kind of crappy as it is now. And then they're gonna add a new tree, then you can be a healer. Greetings, healing of Kyber. Yes, RIP, I think second time this quest. dead by a mob of Hezrus both times, actually, not even just one. If I could fight one, I think I could deal with it somehow, but it's always a couple at a time. Pro tip, if you plan to use the things that this guy will give you, if you talk to him, a rogue mechanic is a nice choice because they get returning percentage on everything, so you can get more uses out of them than you probably were strictly intended to.
The swarm of spiders subsides, and the Guardian is once again safe. Time for you to finish relighting the wards. The demon chuckles in the shadows.
An amusing game, mortals, but you are out of time. I grow stronger and your allies dwindle. We end it now.
I like these dancing Hezrus. Somebody has done me a large favor by making these Hezrus dance. I was pretty sure I had the thing that's supposed to give me adrenaline charges back, but I haven't been getting adrenaline charges back, it doesn't feel like. Whenever you've, oh, Vorpal, whenever you Vorpal, 33% chance to regain. Believe me, a healer tree for the druid is also on a list of things that I want. I am all about healers. My first guy that I got to level 20 was actually this character, and the class he was at that time was a cleric, and that was back when people actually liked clerics. Let's see, so 5% chance to Vorpal, and then 33% chance on Vorpal to get a charge of adrenaline. So that's only like a 1% chance to get a charge of adrenaline per attack. That is not really very good. I'm not sure what you mean by cloistered cleric. Oh, did I just knock down all three of them with my lay waste just now? That was very nice. Oh dang, the quest is over, and here I was trying to find a time when I'd be able to get to
Once again, you are held in an irresistible web of force.
use the shrine. I was like, man, as soon as I get done killing these Hezras, I need to get to the shrine and get rid of all this con damage I've given myself.
She's here. I called to her across the worlds, and now she is here. Your prisons and your walls mean nothing to her.
I wonder if there's any logic
Tremble before
to how it decides where to put each party member.
A voice.
Like whether it's order they joined the party or some kind of something else. But if it were order they joined the party, then it should be Rantis and then me. So would it be order that they entered the quest? But then I think that would also be Rantis and then me.
these irritating mortals.
Leave them. Loth commands. The demon web will soon swallow this place, and them along with it. Now, bring me the dragon shards. There is much to do. Loth's voice fades away. You suddenly find yourself outside the prison, standing before the silver flame guardian.
There's my level. I didn't think I'd get it from this quest, but I did. Very nice. I think I already have a double crossbow. I would also actually like to see more deity feats added to DDO. We've only got really a handful right now, and only one for Forgotten Realms, so... There's only like two, I think, that you can be independent of your race, and that's Sovereign Host and Silver Flame. Then you've got the race-specific Undying Court and Lord of Blades. And Volcor, also race-specific. Boring level. Level 23. However, it is not entirely boring. Because now I can equip Breach the Dividing Blade. which I'm going to go get out of my bank right now. I usually would wait until my next stream to get gear out of my bank, but I want it. And I also will go ahead and grab my, I think I've already got some restored giant craft medium armor maybe. If I don't, I'll just pick it up later. Okay. No, I don't. Okay. Sonic damage I like, disintegration I like. Shatter is kinda lame, but I also like double strike, so I also like that base damage rating. 4 higher than my Vorpal, and that's before I even equip it and make it a little bit higher with my past life enchant weapon. Pretty sure that person I just looked at a moment ago, their name was a reference to Monogatari series. Because Kamimamita is something that Hachikuji says once. That said, I'm going to try to keep the anime talk to a minimum on the official DDO stream channel. Because this is a place for DDO talk.
The spinner of shadow looms in the distance. What will she do now that she is free from her prison in Kaiba?
Or maybe it's not once, because it's part of her running gag. Greetings, I hate League. I love Emilia. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't resist saying that in response to that. Oh dear. I will say that Emilia has suffered from an acute lack of screen time, similarly to Ram, who I feel like I could like more if I saw her more. Because Ram gets more screen time in the little side spin-off episodes, and she's great there. Yeah, this isn't like the first time that I've mentioned anime on the DDO stream, and I feel like during one of my streams, somebody, upon seeing some interest in anime discussion on this in the chat here, gave out a couple of Crunchyroll guest passes. I was like, yes, brotherhood in the community. Rantis might find himself at a lack for DPS later in this quest, because many of the, I think, what are they called? The death jump spiders have evasion, and so if they save, they will avoid all of his blade barrier damage. I was gonna say, I bet I'm not even enraged right now. Oh my god, I'm so dumb sometimes.
Far away in the center of the demon web is a vast structure that can only be Lolth's lair. In the distance, the spinner of shadows scuttles along the demon web, intent on some errand of her own. A spider hatchery lies empty. The brood it bore has already consumed the weak and the slow. Then dispersed fragments of long-forgotten worlds lie ensnared in Lolth's web. This will be the fate of Eberron. Find a way to prepare the myth and consume no harm.
Once I get to level 25, I believe, I will start using what I will come to know as probably my end-game sword. Whichever one, Hand of the Storm Reaver Skybreaker.
On a distant shard of the demon web, Lolth meets the spinner of
I
shadows.
want to kill this mob of spiders over here.
The dragon shards are in place, so let us begin the ritual. I promise you power beyond imagining.
They're probably all gonna die in his blade barrier, though.
Grow of your physical form and join me. Become greater than you ever were. Become one with Lolth.
Lolth vanishes with a piercing burst of magical energy. For an instant you stand transfixed by the strange scene. Then a sudden onslaught of the Spider Queen's servants snaps you back to the situation at hand.
I'm one charge away from getting my Unbridled Fury, so I'm not going to use this shrine. Maybe the next one.
Ahead lies a glimmer
I'm going to go ahead and get myself murdered by these death jump spiders.
the world it leads to, but at least it will take you away from the demon web. You find yourself in a vast cavern of stone deep below the surface. If you are to find Elminster, you must first make your escape promise of the underdog.
I am lucky that my lay waste recharged just then, because I about got wrecked. But I was luckily able to knock every one of them down twice. I just got my unbridled fury. I wonder how often this disintegration is supposed to proc, because if it doesn't proc as often as Vorpal, then it might not be super good of an effect. Especially since unlike the Slay Living on the I'm forgetting the name of it. Blade of the High Priestess, I think. It doesn't also have con damage to lower the fortitude save, so I can imagine that even when it does proc, it might not do very well. Greetings, Spicy, and thank you for that information. 2% chance isn't bad, I don't guess, but still not as high as I would like it to be, just admittedly. Uh-oh. I'm dead. I'm dead. He probably tried to toss a heal at me, but I jumped around the corner. Never jump away from your healer, kids. There's an adventurer's pack here. I wonder what kind of collectibles are in here. A stone fetish. Well, now that I've got Unbridled Fury charged, I'm going to go ahead and use this shrine. You know, when I was a rogue, I think, or whatever in the world class I was, I would hit improved uncanny dodge all the time, but I keep forgetting it. It could really help me sometimes to have, 50% chance to dodge. on top of my existing 10% chance. Bro.
You have stumbled into a group of heavily armed drow. Don't look any further. Drow have encountered back on Emerald. And they also don't look
They don't look anything like the Joe you've encountered back on Eberron. They look like dark-skinned elves with red eyes. Gotta love this invisible wall right here. Ah, he fell for it. Ah.
A magical portal lies ahead. If the scouts are right, it will take you closer to the surface. The drow patrol you saw before is taking a break on the other side of the ravine ahead. Above, a strange creature spots you.
Surface dwellers down here?
It snaps.
The slavers are growing careless. I shall have to clean up after them.
Oh wait, I have an adamantine bludgeoning weapon. So that's a good weapon to use against these animated armors. Okay. I saw somebody fall down, but
Two spiders stand guard in front of the gate, almost as if they had been ordered.
we've got a trapper, so I mean we could go in the optional direction this time, but doesn't mean I'll expect
Once again, you see the now familiar sight of the drow surface patrol.
them to. I like right here that if you follow in the footsteps of the drow that run ahead, you won't set off any traps. Master Wizard Sabir. Better get serious for him. He's a bad dude. but he's not a boss, so I was able to knock him down with my overwhelming force. It's really sad that he doesn't at least have a red name. I really feel like he deserves it. I could go on for much longer about Master Wizard Sabir, but I'm gonna cut it short today. Oh, he is... yeah, he's not... yeah, at least orange. He doesn't even get an orange name. He's a yellow name. Ah. I can go on for a while about Master Wizard Sabir. And I have before, but give it a little bit of a rest today. I think what happens is that he's got like an NPC tag because he says like a spoken line, and so it doesn't properly get changed to what should be his orange name after he says his line and activates for combat.
The leader of the drow turns to confront you.
More fodder for the slave.
Vorpal Snack over here is gonna act like he's never been killed by Master Wizard Sabir. I know he has, because he knows how much I like Master Wizard Sabir. And gives me reports every time it happens.
A voice from inside the cage calls to you.
Over here! Let us out!
Oh, that's an interesting symbol to use for this Dro portal. The, Stormreach Harbor symbol.
Gods, I'd almost given up hope. But where did you come from?
Unfortunately, in Forgotten Realms quests, you don't get tokens of the 12. Not that I need tokens of the 12 right now, but... yes, thank you for creating that group, Vorpal Snack. I was sad because 5 minutes before the stream there was not an LFM up, and I live on LFMs. I'm pretty sure this area used to be unjumpable. Maybe I was just trying wrong, but I would always have to run around this. Maybe because I didn't have enough jump skill. I've heard that Galanda is the place for the real elitists. Yeah, even right now, only an Orchard LFM. But I can usually find, you know, occasionally there's some Evening Star chains being run, and I can usually find, you know, an XP train but that was not today. Dang, I like my heal lamp. But I also like Mighty 10 of Deadly 8. Alright, that's gonna be my last quest for today. I'm just gonna run back to my airship because I like to do my sign off there. And I think I was liking my DPS on this sword. I like this falchion because it is a falchion, which means it has the falchion critical threat range 1820, which is good. But it also has 2d6 weapon damage as though it were a greatsword, which means more damage to my cleaves that deal additional weapon damage. And that doesn't even mention the 2.5 weapon that it's got just naturally. So gotta love raid loot. Got to love raid loot. Anyhow, I am going to end the stream there for today. Thanks for watching. If you like my personal streams, you can follow my personal channel at twitch.tv/Gemini166. I put it on the bottom of the screen today, so it will be there in the future, probably. But even if you don't like me, you can still follow this channel at twitch.tv/DDO stream, because there are people that aren't me that stream on here. So even if you don't like me, maybe you will like one of the various people that stream on this channel. Find something you like. Anyhow, thank you for watching. It was a pleasure hanging out with you. Thanks to Vorpal Snack for leading an LFM for me. Take care and have a good one.